right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is C.A.R.L, which stands for Computer Automated Resource Locator. So it's an acronym that's one of those, it means something, but it's fairly tortured.
Oh, this is a game full of robots, and all of them have names like that.
I don't doubt it.
It is very much intentional.
Yes. A mysterious factory outfitted with spiky ceilings, hidden passages, and deadly cogs. There's a lot for the average robot, but not for C.A.R.L. Help him uncover the sinister secrets of Kent Industries in this 2D puzzle adventure filled to the brim with funky tunes and retro platformer goodness. Inspired by classic PC games including Cave Story, Speedy Egbert, and Jazz Jackrabbit, C.A.R.L is a retro-styled adventure that blends classic platformer action with quirky RPG and story elements for a quest as lively as it is robotic. All right. So when we got the Nintendo Switch version of this game, so over to the Galax for the review.
So yeah, this is, as it says, and I actually played a few of the older PC platformers, and I can kind of get what they're going with that. But so aside from the fairly loose control, this is actually one of the slightly slippery controls. This is actually one of the probably better platformers I've done in a while. Certainly, it's better than probably almost anything Radalika ever gave us, I think. And the music is pretty fun, chippy. So yes, you, after an introduction thing, you end up in a underground town called the DUMP, which spells dump.
Yes.
Like everything is named in here, which is populated by a bunch of other robots that were unsatisfied with Kent and got, or that Kent was unsatisfied with and have been disposed of. And then you basically go through a bunch of levels, and in each level, you have to make it to the end, you have a few hits, and you gain more as you go, which is good. And there are fairly plentiful checkpoints to make up for the fact that some of the platforming is pretty tricky, and there are enemies. You could mostly jump and shoot at the start, but you gain more abilities as you go. And in most levels, there are 3 parts to find that unlock further levels and are also sort of the main thing that you're collecting. I believe that your creator or reprogrammer is planning on using those to get back at Kent somehow. There are also music CDs to find, blueprints, although not in every level, that allow you to get defensive and power up and life expansion upgrades, medals that let you gain. There's a guy in the dump named Sarge with periods. I forget what that stands for, if he even said. And he will upgrade your weapons. But in addition to paying for the weapons, you have to have a certain number of medals to qualify for higher levels of upgrades. And it basically goes like that. Unfortunately, I did not actually have as much time to play this one as I wanted, so I didn't get past the first world, but I actually had a good amount of fun with this. There's a good sense of humor. There are trading cards that you get either by they always come out of something that you shoot in the level. Sometimes it's enemies, sometimes it's I think they might be fixed, but I can't prove that. And there's one for most of the cast of NPCs in the game, and it tells you what their acronym stands for, which is funny. And one of the first, the guy who handles the trading cards is clearly a human in a cardboard box robot costume named DOUG for something like digital organism of unknown generation, something like that. So lampshading the fact that he's probably not actually a robot. He looks like a human. He's one of the thingies is here is of him. So yeah. There's a robo bar where you can drink drinks that will change your color, and also there's a jukebox that is a dude named Duke that will play the music. There's a robot fortune teller who is like one of those old fortune teller booth things who will give you hints about where to find things or where to go next for a small amount of money. There's the health upgrades from the doctor, who everybody calls Doc, but I forget what his initials are, but they don't spell Doc, and that's the joke. So yeah, overall, I actually had a pretty fun time with this. It might get frustrating later, but I feel like even if it were to get a little bit frustrating, the fact that you can take multiple hits and also there are healing items throughout the stage and also there are relatively plentiful checkpoints helps a lot. And it really feels like a probably slightly more user-friendly version of like Commander Keen and stuff. I haven't played Jazz Jackrabbit, but I played some of the Commander Keen ones. Do you guys have any questions?
Not really.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
So yeah, overall, I actually had a really good time playing this. So what's the damage price wise?
$14.99.
Okay, it's maybe not $14.99 good, but I don't know. $10 I would probably say is good. But also this game could be longer than I think it is, but it's mostly based on its length that I think that might be pushing it. But I could be wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm sorry I was not able to play more or finish the game. But so far it has made a pretty positive impression. Like, you do die a lot, but you don't get penalized harshly for dying. So I think they managed to make it not frustrating.
Okay. So yeah, I believe that's all we got on C.A.R.L here. Be sure to tune in at the break as we review Hack.